Hello, welcome to Just the Discs. My name is Brian, and we talk about Blu-rays here. This will be a quick video, just something I wanted to show you. I picked up some stuff from Hamilton Book, and these are the titles that I grabbed, and I will talk about them very quickly. Okay, so for those that don't know, Hamilton Book is a website that sells books and CDs and Blu-rays and DVDs, and they're usually discounted, and it's a site I definitely recommend. I think some of my old Screamcast folks like Stephanie Crawford and Sean DeRager might have turned me on to them years ago, but I only order every once in a while, and I happened to be catching a live stream from Michael Keane, and he was shopping there, and I noticed a couple deals that I had to snag, and so I got a couple more things. So it's a small haul, but if you haven't been to Hamilton Book, definitely head over there and search the Blu-rays, and you can do a low to high price kind of thing, and boy, they had a lot of interesting stuff. But let me get started with what I got. First, I got Cheap Thrills from 2013. And actually flipped the artwork. I like that drawn artwork of of Pat Healy's face. There's the disc, of course, and the other artwork that everybody knows, which is fine, but I prefer this new artwork. Comes with a nice booklet. Of course, this is DTS 5.1 sound, 235 to 1. And it was $5.95. Couldn't pass it up at this price. I know it's streaming, or it has been streaming from time to time, but a really cool movie. One of my favorite sort of dark comedy cult movies of the last decade. And I'm a big fan of Pat Healy as an actor, and he is wonderful in this film. And the back says, a darkly comic thriller, Cheap Thrills follows the one-night descent of two friends participating in a series of escalating paid dares to entertain a wealthy couple with a twisted sense of humor. It says, after down-and-out family man Craig, Pat Healy, simultaneously loses his job and is served an eviction notice, he runs into long-lost deadbeat pal Vince, Ethan Embry, at a local dive bar. As the two drink their troubles away, they are lured by a couple celebrating a birthday, David Koechner and Sarah Paxton, who shell out obscene wads of cash to Craig and Vince in exchange for taking on harmless bets. The party continues to a strip club and eventually to the couple's home, where the cash payoffs increase wildly as the challenges become more outrageous, hilarious, illegal, and even downright inhuman. Drugs and laughter give way to sex, firearms, felonies, and self-destruction. By sunrise, Craig and Vince will learn exactly how far they are willing to go for both big money and cheap thrills. Yeah, so that's basically the plot. These two guys get roped in by this rich couple, and they just keep doing crazier and crazier stuff, and it gets pretty intense. And it is funny, but it's also dark, and there's great tension about it, and it's just a really great movie. And so I think I own it digitally already, but I wanted to have a Blu-ray copy because this has an audio commentary from director E.L. Katz and Pat Healy, and I love any audio recording that Pat Healy does. Podcasts, he's always gold as far as I'm concerned, so that's great. It also has a 45-minute making-of documentary and Cheap Thrills at Fantastic Fest 2013, plus a digital download. So I had to pick up Cheap Thrills. That was one of the main ones that I wanted. And the other big one that caught my eye was this. Fast Company. David Cronenberg's early film, his drag racing movie, which I have seen, but I have not seen in years, and I didn't own on Blu-ray. I think I have a DVD maybe somewhere. But, yeah, this is an old Blue Underground release. This was also $5.95 at Hamilton Book. And, I just kind of a Cronenberg completist. I love the man's stuff, and even when it's not horror, if it has William Smith, Claudia Jennings, and John Saxon, I'm into it, And this one it says, in between the horror hits Rabid and The Brood, award-winning director Javen Cronenberg immersed himself in the gritty world of top-fuel dragsters to make what he considers to be the world top-fuel dragsters... Sorry. To make what he considers to be one of the most important movies of his entire career. Okay, I didn't know that. Genre icons William Smith, John Saxon, and drive-in goddess Claudia Jennings in her final role before her tragic death. I didn't know that either. Star in this surprising story of a corporate-sponsored racing team and the explosive obsessions that speed them through lives of fast cars, fast cash, and fast company. Due to a mysterious distribution snafu, Fast Company was barely released in America and has remained virtually unseen anywhere in the world. Blue Underground is proud to present this action-packed drama in high definition, transferred under the supervision of cinematographer Mark Irwin, remixed in room-rattling 7.1 DTS HD and 7.1 Dolby True HD, and packed with nitro-burning extras, including Cronenberg's two fascinating and equally rare features, Stereo and Crimes of the Future. And I think one or both of those is on Videodrome or one of the other Criterions. I can't remember, but it's nice to have them in multiple places. And it does have a commentary with Cronenberg. That's worth $5.95 right there. What is he talking about when he's talking about dragsters? And, you know, what was it like to work with William Smith? And anyway, I'd love to hear his thoughts on that. And I definitely haven't listened to that commentary. It has inside the character actor studio interviews with William Smith and John Saxon, and shooting Cronenberg interview with director of photography Mark Irwin. So you get all that and those two short films for $5.95. I mean, I couldn't pass that up. So that is Fast Company. Okay. Next up, this is just a little bit of a sleeper that I happen to be a fan of. This is The Matador from, I want to say 2005 or 2004. I thought it was 2005. But anyway, in that vicinity. And this is a really enjoyable and interesting hitman character study with Pierce Brosnan, Greg Kinnear, and Hope Davis. But it's really kind of a Pierce Brosnan and Greg Kinnear show, you know. I'll read the back here. It says, lonely hitman Julian Noble, Pierce Brosnan, in a Golden Globe nominated performance. I remember that now. And struggling salesman Danny Wright, Greg Kinnear, form an unexpected bond during a chance meeting in a Mexican bar. 6 months later, when the self-proclaimed facilitator of fatalities turns up on the doorstep, desperate for help, Danny and his wife, Hope Davis, are both horrified but intrigued enough to oblige. Together, the two men set out for the most thrilling adventure of Danny's life and the most critical kill of Julian's career. Definitely mixing explosive action and savage wit, The Matador is effortlessly entertaining. Rex Reed. Okay. Anyway, it's just a great character piece for Brosnan. He plays this sort of burnt out hitman that runs into this dude vacationing in Mexico with his wife, and they sort of, you know, have a moment. They are hanging out, and then they connect again later, and things get more intense as it's a, you know, average guy dragged into a hitman life kind of scenario. And they're good together. They're really good together, in fact. And I just think this movie was a bit underrated when it came out and has since not gotten its due. This one was $5.95 as well. So I had to pick it up at that price. It also has a feature commentary with director Richard Shepard, who I'm definitely a fan of. Feature commentary, a second one with Brosnan, Greg Kinnear, and Shepard. And then Making the Matador, sort of a making of behind the scenes, and deleted and extended scenes with optional commentary. So it's got a lot of extras. It doesn't, English 5.1 Dolby True HD sound. That's what that looks like. But this is just a good little movie. If you haven't seen it ever, it's definitely worth your time. If you're a fan of the Brosnan Bond stuff, it's an interesting flip side to that. So that is The Matador. And last but not least, Appointment with Crime. This is a film noir from Olive Films, and there may be a better version of this outside the States, but this was $4.95, and it was noir that I have not seen, so I was into that idea. I think I spent a total of like, I don't know, so it was like $26 on all 4 of these movies with shipping. Maybe it was a little more than 26 with shipping, but still pretty cheap. And this one, it says, Leo Martin, a smash and grab thief working for a crime boss. Gus Lohman is caught by the police during a robbery gone wrong that leaves his wrists broken. Abandoned by Lohman at the scene of the crime, Martin vows revenge against the boss who left him to shoulder the blame in the stylish British noir Appointment with Crime. Directed and written by John Harlow. Appointment with Crime co-stars Herbert Lom as a reptilian crime lord, Gregory Lang, and Joyce Howard as Carol Dane, a woman drawn to the dangerous Leo Martin. So that's what that looks like. Looks like it's just in mono in terms of audio. But yeah, just a noir that I hadn't seen that at that price was hard to argue with. But like I said, if you go over to Hamilton Book and do that thing I told you to do, sort by low price and just start flipping through. They have some Scream Factory titles. They'll have, I'm trying to think, there's just all kinds of interesting stuff. They'll have studio titles, but they'll have, like I said, these, you know, like a Blue Underground or Alamo Drafthouse or Drafthouse Films, you know, and studio stuff. So it's a really interesting mix of titles that they have over there, and I'm sure a lot of you already know about them. But if you don't, definitely go to hamiltonbook.com and check them out. And I'll try and leave links to these. If I'm not sure if all these are still available at the prices I got them, but if they are, I'll leave links in the description below. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to share a quick, you know, cheap sale with you guys. Hopefully there's something in there for you to enjoy. If you've picked up anything from Hamilton Book that you thought was a great deal, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe it's one that I missed, and maybe some other folks reading the comments will pick up on the deals that you've found. But I know there was a lot of great stuff. There was just some stuff I already had, but there was some where I'm like, boy, I wish I'd waited at, you know, $4, $5, $6, $7. There was a great deal of titles there to be enjoyed. So that is it for this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.